discovered something daft that I wanted to share quickly with you. Sorry I haven't done a video in a week. I've had family and it's been important for me to spend some time with them. Also, it meant that I found some stuff out that I didn't know before, and I laughed more than I have in ages, so I think it was well needed. But glad to see that you've come back, watched my video, and you know what, I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in to whatever my rambles are that day. So I do appreciate you all. But something strange, and I've had to ask a friend's opinion actually on this, because I am the kind of person, and it's been something that has been with me for years, that I don't like my name being said in a conversation when I'm talking to somebody that I care about. Or to be fair, in general, because I think there's none, for my personal preference, I don't think there's any need to say a person's name once you are talking to them. Because they know who they are, you know who they are. Do you need to say their name? No. Also, I grew up thinking that if somebody said your actual name, you was either in trouble or you'd piss somebody off. And that if you were affectionate to somebody, you used a nickname. And if you ever used a name, it was just done. It's over with. And just lately, I've noticed that a lot of people have been using my name while they're talking to me by text. Now, in past relationships, this has caused arguments. When my ex used to use my name quite often, and I'd be affectionate in saying nicknames, he would like me to use his actual name rather than his nickname, and I could not understand. We sort of had a conversation about it, but we was already in a bad place, so it wasn't exactly going anywhere, and I still had my backup. I'm not going to lie, I still had my backup. So, kind of rolls around to the last couple of days, and somebody that we were having a genuine conversation, and somebody that we have complete mutual respect for, and he used my name, and I got a reaction, like I always do, and I was like, this isn't right. If you have an emotional reaction to something, it means that something is still triggering you. If you can hear my washing machine, I do apologise. I've just had my run and I need to wash my running stuff. So I had a knee-jerk reaction, and we all know if there's something triggers you, it means there's something inside of you that's not quite, there's something triggering that you need to address because it's giving you an emotional reaction, which is my name being used. Now, it was my granddad that taught me that if you didn't have a nickname, then you weren't liked, and I have no issue in him thinking that what he did was not a malicious thing. It was just him to decipher for himself that his way of showing affection, he was never the most affectionate person, so his way of showing affection was to give you a nickname. Same with my nana, obviously, my nana and my granddad. And it just kind of travelled through the family. Apparently this is quite a common thing in my family. But when I keep saying my name, it really gets my back up, and I don't like the reaction. So I got curious and I googled, after asking a friend, and they said they had the same knee-jerk reaction, that they're in trouble or they've upset somebody or they've pissed somebody off. I googled, and apparently in linguistical terms and language terms, using somebody's name in mid-conversation, it usually shows that either in a formal way that they respect you, in an informal way that respect you, and also in an informal way they are saying the name because they like you. Like, if whether or not that is romantic or just friendly. And it never even occurred to me, because I was taught the complete opposite. And now I know I've got this knee-jerk reaction. I've known I've had this knee-jerk reaction for ages, but I never actually bothered to look at it. I just thought it was just the done thing. Because who likes to change what they're used to, right? It's just something that's really intrigued me, because I've always known it as not an affectionate term, but in general linguistical terms, it is an affectionate thing to do, is to say their name, unless the only way around it is if they're actually using your name to control you, which is they know that's when you get into trouble. You believe that it's trouble to say your name, or that you've associated it with trouble, then it's a different thing. But in general terms, I'm not saying if you've got any trauma, probably from my childhood, my mum used to say my full name when I was in trouble. I'm not the only one, because we all know that scene from Friends when it goes, why are you full naming me? But I was just wondering if you guys are the same. Do you have an issue with people saying your name in mid-conversation? Do you have a knee-jerk reaction like me, like I'm in trouble, or it's not very affectionate, or it makes you annoyed, or something like that? I've had to have conversations with myself to understand that's not the case, and I know this is just a me thing. But do you have the same knee-jerk reaction? The one thing that's come out of this is you always have to understand whatever triggers you and pisses you off or upsets you, you have to look at why. Because then you can if you can't unlearn it, you can calm your emotions by understanding that that's just a you thing. If it's too deep, and you don't feel that you can change it, you can adapt your life to be around it, where you can explain to people, I'm sorry, but for me, somebody saying my name mid-conversation is not an affectionate thing. I understand that is for you, so if I get a bit funny around you saying my name, I appreciate that it's not you. I honestly know it's not you, it is my thing. Just being honest and having an honest conversation to say to yourself and to the other person, you do things one way, I do things another. Please understand. I understand where you're coming from, you understand where I'm coming from, and we have no malice towards each other. But yeah, I would love to know what you think about the whole name thing and if it bugs you. So till next time, you know the usual, like, comment, definitely comment. I really want to see what you have to say about names, right? Subscribe. I love you all. Mwah!